Hello everyone, this is Biophilia where you and me learn biology together. So before starting this session, do give this video a thumbs up, share it to your friends and their friends and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you do not miss out on any of the future videos. Welcoming you all to the part 2 of reproduction and organisms. So let's start this video by learning about sexual reproduction. So sexual reproduction में होता है the production of offspring by the fusion of specialized male and female cells, और ये specialized male और female cells को बोलते हैं gametes. अब जब gametes are going to fuse, वो बनाएंगे zygote, and when the zygote is going to develop, it will form the new organism. अब ये टाइप के रिप्रोडक्शन में देर आर डिफरेंट इवेंट्स ऑकरिंग. अब ये इवेंट्स होते हैं द प्री फर्टिलाइजेशन इवेंट दैट इज गोइंग टू इंक्लूड गैमेटोजेनेसिस एंड गैमेट ट्रांसफर. फर्टिलाइजेशन में they will have two types, that is internal or external fertilization, and after the fertilization the zygote and the embryo formation will occur. So let's see all these events one by one. Now we will see these events with two different angles, that is the plant, that is botany angle, and with the view of animals, that is zoology angle. So in the pre-fertilization events, the gametogenesis comes first, that is formation of gametes. Gametes कौन से बनाने हैं? Male and female gametes. अब ये gametes, depending upon how they look or how they function and the shape, we categorize them into two different groups, that can be isogametes or heterogametes. अब isogametes में gametes which are going to fuse, they will be morphologically similar. Morphologically similar gametes are going to be found in types of algae and fungi. Algae may be specific examples है, that is Cladophora, Chlamydomonas and Ulothrix, और fungi के specific examples होंगे Syntrichium and Rhizopus. Heterogametes में the fusing gametes होंगे morphologically distinct. Now when these are morphologically distinct, they will have special names. तो male gamete को बोलते हैं anthrazoid या फिर sperms, और female gamete को बोलेंगे egg या ovum. Now this type wherein the gametes fusing are going to be distinct, that is going to be a feature of majority of the organisms. अब examples में आएंगे algae, that is fungus, fucus, volvox and chara, और सारे के सारे bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms. ये सब examples में होंगे heterogametes. Now we will see how these gametes are actually formed. तो gamete formation में include होता है cell division. Now a very important point you have to remember, that is gametes are always going to be haploid, यानी they will have only one set of chromosome. Now whether the parent is haploid or diploid, the gametes are always haploid till the study you are studying right now. तो पेरेंट बॉडी अगर हैप्लॉइड है तो गैमेट फॉर्मेशन इज गोइंग टू बी टेकन बाय द माइटोसिस. अब माइटोसिस से गैमेट फॉर्मेशन कौन से ऑर्गेनिजम्स में होता है? एल्गी, फंगाई एंड ब्रायोफाइट्स. नाउ हियर यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि पेरेंट बॉडी जो है इट इज गोइंग टू बी हैप्लॉइड, दैट इज एन कंडीशन. अब पेरेंट बॉडी से जब गैमेट्स बनेंगे तो दे आर ऑल्सो एन कंडीशन. Similarly, दूसरे parent से जब आएगा वापस that gamete is going to be in the haploid condition. Both when will fuse together, ये बनाएंगे zygote which is diploid in 2n condition. अब zygote 2n है but parent is n. This is not possible, right? तो ये 2n zygote को, diploid zygote को, it has to undergo zygotic meiosis. अब जब zygotic meiosis होगा, it will form haploid spores. अब haploid condition आ गए, that is matching with the parent ploidy. So now the cycle is complete. तो ये haploid spores are going to generate into new individuals. So this is the process how the gamete formation and formation of new organisms take place in the case of haploid parent. अब डिप्लॉइड पेरेंट के केस में कैसे होगा? डिप्लॉइड पेरेंट में गैमेट्स बनेंगे विद द मियोसिस, और मियोसिस होते हैं इन द केस ऑफ टेरिडोफाइट्स, जिम्नोस्पर्म्स एंड एंजियोस्पर्म्स. अब जो सेल्स के अंदर मियोसिस होगा, दे आर कॉल्ड एज मियोसाइट्स. और मियोसाइट्स व्हेन आर इन्वॉल्व्ड इन गैमेट फॉर्मेशन देन दे विल बी कॉल्ड एज गैमेट मदर सेल्स. अब इसको समझने के लिए लेट्स सी, पेरेंट बॉडी इज गोइंग टू बी इन द डिप्लॉयड कंडीशन. ओके, डिप्लॉयड कंडीशन के पेरेंट में द मियोसाइट्स के अंदर, गैमेटिक मदर सेल्स के अंदर जब मियोसिस होगा, दैट विल लीड to the haploid gametes. Haploid gametes from another source will fuse together to give the zygote in the diploid state. अब diploid state और parent का diploid is matching, so the cycle is complete. So in the case of pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms, there will be no zygotic meiosis. Zygotic meiosis तभी होगा when the parent body is going to be haploid. Now this is some of the data that may come in your MCQs. तो name of the organism है and the ploidy, that is myocyte की ploidy is 2n. तो 2n state में that organism has how many chromosomes, that is given in these tables. So it's better if you can remember because 1 or 2 questions may appear in the MCQs. Now let's see the case of sexuality in the lower organisms. Lower organisms में the fusing gametes are going to be morphologically similar. Morphologically similar gametes को बोलते हैं isogametes or the homogametes. Now when the gametes are going to come from the same parent, then the condition is called as homothallic, और homothallic condition मिलती है म्यूकर and म्यूसिडो में. If the gametes are coming from 2 different parents, then the organisms are said to be heterothallic. अब sexuality in the higher organisms is going to be different. How is it different? They will have well developed sex organs. That means there will be clear distinction between the male and the female bodies. तो अगर एंजियोस्पर्म्स के केस में देखा जाए तो मेल गैमेट सेक्स ऑर्गन्स को बोलते हैं स्टेमन और फीमेल सेक्स ऑर्गन को बोलते हैं पिस्टिल. Now both the organs, that is stamen and pistil, अगर same flower पे है, then the plant is called as bisexual plant. Bisexual का classic example होता है China rose, that is hibiscus. Hibiscus में stamen and pistil both are found in the same flower. अगर pistil and stamen are going to be on 2 different plants, okay, that is one flower having only one sex organ, then it will be called as the unisexual plant. अगर only male flowers है तो you call it staminate. If only female flower, then it is pistillate flower. अगर male and female flowers are on the same plant, then the plant is monoecious यानी cucurbitous or coconut, that is CCM. CCM यानी cucurbitous coconut monoecious. अगर मेल और फीमेल फ्लावर्स डिफरेंट प्लांट पे है, then the plant is dioecious, that is date palm and papaya. Date palm or papaya are going to be dioecious, that is male and female flowers are on the different plants. अब चारा, that is a green algae, उसमें the complexity is going to increase with reference to the algae that are found along with it. But chara is something different. How is it different? Male sex organ को can be called as antheridium or globule. फीमेल सेक्स ऑर्गन को बोलते हैं oogonia या nucule. अब ये जो सेक्स ऑर्गन्स है इन द चारा, दे आर गोइंग टू बी वेरी डिफरेंट, दैट इज दे आर गोइंग टू बी मल्टी सेल्ड एंड दे विल हैव जैकेट एज देयर कवरिंग. अब जो न्यूक्यूल है, दैट इज द फीमेल पार्ट, इज गोइंग टू बी फॉर्म्ड बाय 5 ट्यूब सेल्स एंड इट विल ऑल्सो हैव 5 कोरोनरी cells. जबकि जो जैकेट है ग्लोब्यूल का, दैट इज द मेल पार्ट, इट इज गोइंग टू हैव 8 शील्ड सेल्स. अब न्यूक्यूल, दैट इज द फीमेल पार्ट, इज गोइंग टू बी रोल ऑन द अपर साइड ऑफ द मेल पार्ट. तो फीमेल होगी ऊपर और मेल होगा नीचे. नाउ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट स्ट्राइकिंग फीचर कि चारा में जो मेल पार्ट होता है द ग्लोब्यूल, इट इज गोइंग टू मैच्योर प्रायर टू द फीमेल न्यूक्यूल. तो ये कंडीशन को व्हेन द मेल पार्ट डेवलप्स फर्स्ट और मैच्योर्स फर्स्ट देन द फीमेल, देन द कंडीशन इज कॉल्ड एज प्रोटोएंड्रस कंडीशन. that is found in the case of Chara here. अब Mercantia जो है, Mercantia is going to be an example of dioecious कैटेगरी. तो मेल सेक्स ऑर्गन को बोलते हैं एंथ्रीडियम और फीमेल पार्ट को बोलते हैं आर्किगोनियम. तो सेक्स ऑर्गन्स आर गोइंग टू बी फॉर्म ऑन द गैमेटोफोर. अगर मेल गैमेटोफोर है तो उसको बोलेंगे एंथ्रीडियोफोर और फीमेल थैलस के गैमेटोफोर को बोलेंगे आर्कियोगोनियोफोर. नाउ यू हैव टू रिमेंबर द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द टू डायग्राम्स, क्योंकि डायग्राम्स में पूछा जाता है कि दिस पार्ट इज गोइंग टू बी एंथ्रीडियोफोर और आर्किगोनियोफोर. Okay, so you need to remember that differentiating between the two thallus is going to be based on the archegoniophore or the enthridiophore. Now we will see the second part of the pre-fertilization events, that is gamete transfer. तो gametes बन गए थे in the gametogenesis step. Now it's time for gamete transfer. तो gamete transfer होने के बाद when the gametes are going to fuse together, it is called as syngamy or fertilization. अब algae के case में और some funguses, they will have their both gametes motile. But in rest of the organisms, only the male gamete is motile and the female will be stationary. यानी male gamete will come to the female. Now अगर सिर्फ male gamete motile है तो it needs some medium, right? So algae, bryophytes and pteridophytes are going to use water as medium for gamete transfer, whereas in seed plants, that is your gymnosperms and angiosperms, ये दोनों में both the gametes, that is male and the female, both are going to be non-motile. तो non-motile होने की वजह से the male gametes will be in the case of pollen grains, और फिर pollen grains will be transported by pollination till the female organ. अब fertilization event में क्या होता है? एक्सटर्नल फर्टिलाइजेशन हो सकता है या फिर इंटरनल फर्टिलाइजेशन. तो एक्सटर्नल फर्टिलाइजेशन यानी द सिंगैमी विल बी ऑकरिंग आउटसाइड द फीमेल बॉडी. ओके, और जब आउटसाइड द फीमेल बॉडी है, सो बोथ द जेंडर्स हैव टू show great synchrony so that both the gametes release at a particular time in the water. Generally external fertilization होगा water में. Now when the water में fertilization होगा, there is a big disadvantage for this type, that is offspring जब fertilization होके when the zygote formation occurs, it is going to be extremely vulnerable to the predators. यानी जो दूसरे छोटी मछलियाँ है या बड़ी मछलियाँ है, they are going to eat those zygotes. So it's very difficult for the organisms having external fertilization to have greater progenies. उसकी वजह से what do? They show great synchrony कि जल्द से जल्द fertilization होके zygote बन जाए. And second of all, they release their gametes in huge numbers so that even if some of them are eaten or some of them flow away from the water currents, still there are some those who can survive. The external fertilization can be seen in the case of algae, fishes and amphibians. Internal fertilization में syngamy occurs inside the body, so that male gamete has to reach either by water currents or by the pollen tube till whom? The female gamete. Now once the male gamete enters into the female gamete, then there is going to be high chances that syngamy occurs and the new organism is formed. But still, to increase more chances, what is going to be the strategy? Sperm number is going to be increased and the egg number is decreased. अब अगर reaching site अगर कम है and the people those who are coming to that site increases, then there is high chance that they reach to the site. So this internal fertilization can be seen in the case of bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms. Now we will see the post-fertilization events. Post-fertilization यानी दो gametes का fusion होने के बाद product is going to be zygote. So zygote is the vital link between the two successive generations, that is the previous parental generation and the new individuals that are going to be formed. तो इन दोनों के बीच का स्टेज को बोलते हैं zygote. अगर zygote नहीं बनेगा then there will be no continuity. So zygote is also ensuring that the continuity of the race of the generation to generation is continuing. अब zygote जो होता है in the case of algae or funguses, the zygote is going to secrete a thick wall, और ये thick wall बनाते हैं so that it is resistant to desiccation and damage. तो unfavorable conditions अगर grow up हो जाती है then these algae and funguses zygote जो होता है it will secrete a thick wall. Now once the zygote undergoes development तो वो बनाएगा embryo, or formation of embryo from zygote and its development is called as embryogenesis. Now zygote is going to undergo rapid and repeated divisions, that is these divisions are nothing but meiosis. और जब ये meiosis is going to take rapidly and repeatedly, it will form the embryo. अब embryo बनाने के लिए very important process should also occur, that is cells differentiation. Cell differentiation होके finally the embryo is going to be completed as per the parent body. अब development जो होगा that can take place, and when the development is occurring that process is called as morphogenesis. Now embryo formation जो होता है that is going to occur when the zygote is undergoing mitosis. But हमने अभी पढ़ा था कि algae के केस में the zygote undergo zygotic meiosis and then it forms haploid spores. तो embryo formation नहीं होगा in the case of algae. अब plants में the case is going to be alright, that is zygote से embryo बनेगा. So zygote developing into embryo, वैसे ही the fertilized ovule is going to turn into the seed, the ovary wall turning into pericarp, or ripened ovary turning into the fruit. ये process is going to occur in the angiosperms because angiosperms में ही होती है ovary. Now as the fruit is going to develop, okay, the fruit develop होगा, तो have you ever seen the sepals and the petals are not formed on the fruit? So these sepals, petals, stamen, style, stigma, all those who were in the flower state are going to shed off, they will dry and fall off from the plant. But some species are there wherein the sepals are persistent. Sepals they don't dry off and fall down. Sepals किस में persistent होते हैं? In the case of peas and methylenia, right? ये दो peas में जो green color का stalk के नीचे होता है that is nothing but sepals. Now we will see in the case of animals the events. अब events are going to be the same, that is pre-fertilization, syngamy, for all those will be the same as per we have studied in plant. But यहाँ पे क्या change आएगा regarding the examples and a bit of theory. Though जो sexual reproduction in animals होता है they are going to be in cycles, और cycles दो टाइप की होती है, that is ostrich cycle और the menstrual cycle. Ostrich cycle those organisms में मिलती है दो come under non-primate, and that too only female non-primates. तो female non-primates कौन से है? Sheep, cow, rat, dog, all these are non-primates. So these will be producing seasonally, hence they are also called as seasonal breeders. But primate females जो होती है that include apes, old world monkeys and humans, they can have their sexual cycle all year. Okay, all around the year they can have their sexual cycle, but generally ovulation होगा सिर्फ once in a month, that is menstrual cycle. अब pre-fertilization events जो है उसमें आते हैं gametogenesis, that was even in the case of plants, but यहाँ पे हमें differently पढ़ना है, that is unisexual animals. Unisexual animals के examples दिए हुए हैं wherein they will have only one sex organ per organism. But bisexual animals में क्या होगा? Both the sex organs are present in the same organism. In the case of earthworm, tapeworm and leech. अब गैमेट ट्रांसफर होगा. व्हेन द गैमेट्स आर फॉर्म्ड, गैमेट ट्रांसफर इज इम्पॉर्टेंट. तो गैमेट ट्रांसफर में देर आर सम एनिमल्स दोज हु विल सीक्रेट सेक्स फेनोर्मन्स. इसमें क्या होता है, बिकॉज ऑफ दिस सिक्रीशन दे attract their opposite partners, mainly male and female insects. उसमें से भी the example is silkworm moth. Silkworm moth is going to produce tiny amounts of volatile pheromones. इसमें क्या होगा, ये diffuse होंगे and the smell attracts the male moths, and when these attract, the gamete transfer can be easier. A syngamy or fertilization में क्या होता है, you have to remember few points. That is, frog undergo pseudo copulation because they don't have copulatory organs, so they undergo pseudo copulation. Fishes के केस में क्या होता है, they don't have that perfect grip so that they can hold each other, so they undergo courtship before the eggs are laid and fertilized. अब snails, insects और mammals जो होते हैं, they have undergone a development wherein they have copulatory organs. अब पोस्ट फर्टिलाइजेशन इवेंट्स में अगेन एम्ब्रियोजेनेसिस होगा, और एम्ब्रियोजेनेसिस में टू इम्पॉर्टेंट प्रोसेस होते हैं, दैट इज सेल डिवीजन एंड सेल डिफरेंशिएशन. अब मेमेलियन एम्ब्रियो जो होता है उसको नरिशमेंट कहाँ से मिलेगा, फ्रॉम द प्लेसेंटा. नाउ डिपेंडिंग अपॉन नरिशमेंट कहाँ पे हो रहा है, you have divided organisms into two categories, that is oviparous and the viviparous. अब oviparous animals are going to lay eggs, and when they lay eggs उसमें जो yolk होता है, तो yolk is going to supply food to the embryo. अब viviparous के examples होते हैं bony fish, frog, lizards, birds and some shark species. अब ओविपैरस कंडीशन में भी जो रेप्टाइल्स और बर्ड्स होते हैं, दे आर गोइंग टू कवर देयर एग्स विथ हार्ड कैल्केरियस शेल, बट समटाइम्स इंस्टेड ऑफ कैल्केरियस शेल दे कैन ऑल्सो डेवलप लेदरी कोट, और लेदरी कोट फाउंड होता है इन द लिजर्ड्स. So with these extra protections, the egg can remain safe until they hatch. अब viviparous conditions में वैसा egg laying process नहीं होता है. The finally fertilized egg is going to turn into embryo, और ये embryo is going to remain in the uterus of the female parent, and when this embryo is turned into the offspring, it will be born as a live organism. So there will be live birth in the case of viviparous animals. अब कुछ species of shark होते हैं that comes under the category of oviviviparous. अब oviviviparous जिसमें oviparous का भी hint आ रहा है and viviparous का भी hint आ रहा है. So these will be a combination of both. That is, the eggs are going to be formed, but ye eggs are going to remain inside the uterus, and these will hatch inside the uterus, and then directly the young ones will be born live. So eggs produce होंगे, that is a category coming under viviparous. यूट्रस के अंदर ही रह जाएंगे, सो नरिशमेंट इज इनसाइड द यूट्रस, दैट इज विविपैरस कंडीशन. और live birth होगा, that is young ones will be produced when they are coming out, that is viviparous condition. So both the categories come under the some species of shark that are called as oviviviparous. अब एक स्पेशल टाइप ऑफ रिप्रोडक्शन होता है wherein the female gamete undergoes development without being fertilized and that will produce a new individual, और ये प्रोसेस को बोलते हैं पार्थेनोजेनेसिस. पार्थेनोजेनेसिस के टाइप्स होते हैं, दैट इज कंप्लीट और ऑब्लिगेटरी पार्थेनोजेनेसिस, जिसमें मेल नहीं प्रोड्यूस होंगे, ओनली फीमेल्स विल बी प्रोड्यूस्ड जेनेटिकली. अब ये कंडीशन में एग्जांपल्स आते हैं विपटेल लिजर्ड ऑफ अमेरिका, टिफलिना ब्राह्मिका that is also called as a small lizard, rock lizard and rotifers. फिर आते हैं इनकम्प्लीट या साइक्लिक पार्थेनोजेनेसिस पे. अब ये टाइप ऑफ पार्थेनोजेनेसिस में द फीमेल्स आर गोइंग टू प्रोड्यूस बोथ टाइप ऑफ एग्स दैट कैन बी फर्टिलाइज्ड और unfertilized. तो Daphnia के केस में unfertilized eggs are going to form only in the favorable conditions. और फर्टिलाइज्ड एग्स जो होंगे वो एनवायरमेंटल क्राइसिस के टाइम पे बनाए जाएंगे. नाउ इन द केस ऑफ हनी बीज, अनफर्टिलाइज्ड एग्स जो है दे आर गोइंग टू डेवलप इनटू हैप्लॉइड मेल ड्रोन्स, और फर्टिलाइज्ड एग्स जो है दैट विल बी प्रोड्यूसिंग द क्वीन बी एंड द वर्कर बीज. थर्ड टाइप आता है द पेडोजेनिक पार्थेनोजेनेसिस. पेडोजेनिक पार्थेनोजेनेसिस को कंडीशन को और एक नाम होता है दैट इज लार्वा इनसाइड लार्वा, क्योंकि एक लार्वा इज गोइंग टू प्रोड्यूस अनदर जनरेशन विद द पार्थेनोजेनेसिस. अब ये कंडीशन होती है इन द लिवर फ्लूक एंड लार्वास ऑफ सम प्लैटीहेलमिंथस एंड एस्कीहेलमिंथस. फोर्थ टाइप आता है अरिनोटॉकी. इट इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज हैप्लॉइड पार्थेनोजेनेसिस, क्योंकि जब मेल प्रोड्यूस होंगे दैट विल बी हैप्लॉइड कंडीशन. तो दैट इज गोइंग टू बी फाउंड इन द हनी बीज एंड टर्की. अब टेली टॉकी में क्या होता है, इट इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज डिप्लॉयड पार्थेनोजेनेसिस. In that condition only females are going to be produced, that is rotifers, whiptail lizard of America, small lizard and rock lizard. Amphitocky जो है, amphi word होता है for dual. So dual यानी egg can give rise to any gender of the individual that can be seen in amphids. So this brings us to the end of this chapter, reproduction in organisms. ये chapter में generally you have to remember the examples and terms that are coming in this chapter. So I hope I have covered all the terms and examples that were needed for this chapter. So till I come back with the new video for new chapter, till then you have to like, share and subscribe, and do hit the bell icon so that we meet again in the next video. Till then, bye bye everyone. Thank you.